On today's lesson, I'm going to teach you various phrasal verbs with the preposition off. Various phrasal verbs with the preposition off. And of course, you can use these in your daily English conversations. Now, as always, you want to make sure that you are paying attention, because at the end of today's lesson or throughout today's lesson, I am going to have various quiz questions that you can see if you can get correct based upon each section of today's lesson. So make sure you jump down in the chat. I will be reading chat throughout today's lesson. Make sure that you participate there. And I want to say thank you to everyone that is joining the chat now. Hello, Rattleslaw. Good to see you, as always. So let's get ready to get into some examples of prepositional phrases using the word off. The first one is nod off. Nod off. So when a person nods off, they are really sleepy. And so their head is usually going back and forth, and they're on the verge of falling asleep. And it doesn't matter where they may be. So a person can nod off during class. A person can nod off while watching television or reading a book. A person can nod off while they're talking to someone if they're just extremely tired. It's so funny. My wife, when she gets home from work, we can be watching a movie together, and we like to look at one another during the movie to see who is the first to nod off. Layoff is the second one. Layoff. When a person is laid off, they can lose a job, or you say, I'm going to lay off of work today. I'm not going in. Okay. I am going to lay off. Take off. Okay. I'm going to take off this sweater if it gets too hot. Or take off your shoes before you come in the house. Some people, I have a friend, when you go into their home, they do not like to wear shoes. So you have to take off your shoes. Some people take off their hat when they go into certain buildings, church, or some people say take off your hat before you sit down at the dinner table. Okay, I'm grown now. Sometimes I may eat with my hat on, but my father would tell me, take that hat off, boy. Okay, take a percentage off. So when you go shopping, you may see a sign that says 5% off, and you get to the register to check out, and the discount does not come off in the total. So you may have to tell the cashier, the sign said you would take off 5% or take 5% off. Okay. Can you take 30% off of the sale price? You may say to someone, I'll buy it if you take 50% off. I'm really looking for a deal if I want half off. Call off. Okay. Call off. Can you please call off your dog before it bites me? Okay. I see you have security over there. Can you call security off? I'm not going to harm you. Call off. So when you call off, you want someone to stop doing a particular thing. Okay. Call off. Okay. Let's look at the first pop quiz question for this section, and let's see if you can get this correct. I asked the cook if she could blank the onions and the pickles. I asked the cook if she could blank the onions and the pickles. Now, I love onions and pickles, okay? But some people may not. And so this is a phrase or a sentence that you can use. Let's see if you can get this correct by completing this sentence with one of the phrases that we discussed in section 1. Dash off. Dash off. Now, this is a prepositional phrase that you can use to communicate to someone that you are about to leave quickly. Okay. I didn't have time to watch the television show because I had to dash off to work. Or as soon as he found his keys, he dashed off to the movie theater. Dash off. So it's when you're leaving promptly or quickly. Laugh off. Laugh off. So I slammed my finger in the door and it was very painful, but I was so embarrassed, I just laughed it off. Okay. Laugh off. Okay. Sometimes you can be talking to someone and they may laugh at something you said and you may respond, "Why are you laughing off at me?" Okay. So when someone smiles, grins, or chuckles, they laugh off at you concerning something that you have said or done. She tripped over the curb and we laughed it off, but we made sure she was okay. Okay. Sneak off. Sneak off. Okay. Sometimes kids try to sneak off when their parents are not watching or paying attention. Okay. Sneak off. Okay. Or someone may sneak off and do something that they have no business doing. Okay. So the couple snuck off, you would say, to show affection while their kids were sleeping. Okay. But at the same time, you may say, my son tried to sneak off and go to his girlfriend's house. Okay. Sneak off. Okay. Now, I want you guys to leave me in the comment section a creative sentence using sneak off. How would you do that? Leave that down in the comment section and let me know, how would you use sneak off in a sentence? Let me know down in the comment section. Pair off. Okay. So you may say, I want you kids to pair off into groups so we can do this project. Or you may have a family and say, we're going to have a family game together. Let's pair off into teams. So the kids may be on one team and the parents or the adults may be on another team. Pair off. There are some card games you have to have a partner, so you may want to pair off. Go off. Now, go off can be used in a couple of ways. You can go off on a person. So you can express an attitude, or you can express your anger. You can express that you don't like a particular situation or action or behavior that a person did. So you go off. Okay. Why are you going off on me? I just asked you a simple question. Or you may say, my wife went off or is going off on me because I was not paying attention to her. Why are you going off? But go off can also mean you're leaving a particular place headed to another destination. Okay. I'm going off on vacation this weekend, or I'm going off to my grandmother's house next week. So it just depends on how you use this particular prepositional phrase. So go off can, remember, it can be used to express anger, or it can mean that you're leaving and going somewhere. Go off. Set off. Okay. Do not set off the alarm, you might say. Okay. Set off. Do not set your cooking set off the smoke alarm. It filled the house with smoke. So set off. My watch started to beep. So the alarm was set off went off at 5 a.m. so I could get up. Set off. Okay. Let's look at another quiz question for the second section. Before the cat could blink, unaware, I gave it some food and water. So using one of the prepositional phrases from the second section, how would you complete this sentence? Before the cat could blink, unaware, I gave it some food and water. Let's see if you can get that one correct. Fight off. So you may be in the yard doing some yard work and you come across a beehive and the bees begin to attack you and you have to fight off the bees. Okay. Fight off. Or someone's dog in the neighborhood may be barking and start to chase you and you have to fight off the dog. Okay. Fight off. So you're defending yourself, or you could be fighting off a cold. Okay. I'm trying to fight off this cold. Your nose may be running, your throat may be dry, your head may be hurting, but you're fighting off the cold by drinking soup, liquids, and covering your body. So fight off to defend yourself or to try to keep sickness from overwhelming you. Fight off. Put off. Okay. Put off. So when you put something off, you're delaying something. Okay. I'm going to put off my dentist appointment until next month. Or because I have to go to work, I have to put off my vacation until next year. Put off. Or you may say, I thought I wanted to marry you, but let's put off this wedding for 6 months. I think it would be better to do it that way than to marry someone that you're not in love with. So put off. Okay. Delay something. Show off. Okay. Show off. So when a person shows off, they like to brag. Okay. They like to impress other people because of who they are or because of what they have. They are showing off. Okay. So if I got some new shoes, I may be a show off and talk about my shoes all the time. Or I could show off my new vehicle. Okay. Show off. So you're bragging or you are boasting about something. Pay off. Oh, I love that. Now, payoff can be used in a number of ways, but this prepositional phrase, you could use payoff like debt. Okay. I am going to pay off my house one day. Or you may say, I am going to pay off my student loans in 2 years. But you could also use payoff to say to someone that they need to be careful about their choices. Okay. So you may say, look, if you really want this to pay off in your favor, don't do this. Okay. I really want my money to grow and pay off for me, so I'm going to invest it this particular way. So payoff can use when you're talking about debt, or it can be used when you want someone to be careful about their choices. Payoff. And finally, turn off. Okay. When today's lesson is over, I am going to turn off these bright lights. Okay. Turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth. That's what my father used to tell me. You're wasting water. Turn it off. Okay. Turn off the lights. Okay. Turn off the television. Turn off. So these are about 15, I believe, 15 or more prepositional phrases using the word off. Because there are so many of them, I want to encourage you to pick a few and just practice using them in your conversations. Okay, here's today's final pop quiz question. Steve is such a blank. He wants everyone to know how wealthy he is now. Steve is such a blank. He wants everyone to know how wealthy he is now. All right, let's see if you can pick the right prepositional phrase using off from the third section. Let's look at a recent comment before we conclude today's lesson. And this comment says, "Sir, could you please upload videos about prepositions? It will be useful for me, sir." And I replied with a thumbs up. Sure, I can do more. Also check my playlist, as I have several lessons about prepositions and prepositional phrases. And so based upon this recommendation, this is why I did today's lesson. So I want you guys to know if there is a particular subject or topic that you would like me to cover, I am willing to put a lesson together. I think it was earlier this week, I did a very short lesson on 2 animal idioms, and I received a comment asking if I could do some more. So I will do another video that will be a little bit longer and contain more examples about animal idioms. So just let me know down in the comments section any recommendations or requests that you have for a lesson, and I will attempt to put that together. Thanks so much for watching today's lesson. I hope it was helpful. I hope I helped you understand and learn some prepositional phrases using off that you can use in your English conversations. I hope I helped you just a little bit. And if I did, I hope I've earned a like. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure that you subscribe, and feel free to share today's lesson with a friend. My name is Jay, and I have videos on YouTube to help you understand and speak better English. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I know I didn't do a live stream on last weekend. I needed to skip that class. My mother had surgery, so I had to tend to my mother and take some time off. That's another prepositional phrase. So thank you so much anyway for watching today's lesson and supporting all of the videos. I'll see you guys on my next lesson, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's lesson, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also, enjoy these videos that will help you understand and speak better English. My name is Jay, and I hope you join me on my next lesson.